Let's do this.
We need you to get stoked.
Yes, rule number 1, get excited. We compiled a 3-step process in order for this to go down. What are those 3 steps, Luke?
1, put your fists in the air. 2, pump your fists. 3, drop a beat.
Are you doing this?
You feeling it? All right. If you are stoked, then you are in the right mindset because we've got trick shots lined up for you. We've got pranks on pranks.
Yes.
I'm gonna get injured, and we're also gonna have a creative moment of reflection. So get stoked for tonight.
Yeah. Speaking of pranks, we're gonna start off with this one little thing that we like to call a prank phone call. Let me just say, do not do this at home. We do not suggest you do this, but one of the things that we saw that we thought would be funny is we convinced one of the pastors, Pastor Dan at the church, and a couple of our youth pastor friends that we were in jail by playing this little automator that made it sound like we are calling from the county jail. And this is their response. It was a lot of fun. Check this out.
Hello, this is a collect call from Washington County Jail for inmate Nicholas Mastrud. Say yes if you would like to accept.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Is this Dan? Dan?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Dude, I got myself into some trouble here. What?
What's up? What's going on?
I'm just messing with you, dude. We're
Just kidding, Dan.
we're doing. We're like.
How did you make that thing do
Just with Google Translate, we were just like, Dan's a prankster. We should get him. And then you're like, what's up, little guy? I'm like, oh no, he really believes this.
Well, this is for sure a crank call. Wait a minute. If it's not a crank call, I think that's down there for something. Maybe he was protesting or something.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Hello, this is a collect call from Washington County Jail for inmate Lucas Emery. Say yes if you would like to accept.
Yes.
What's up, Josh?
Hello?
Hey, man. It's Luke. Sorry to bother you, bro.
Wait, what? I just got the randomest call.
It's
Where's you calling from?
dude from Washington County Jail. I messed up. I don't really want to talk about it. I just need.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this TikTok. Don't even start.
Dang it.
This is Ryan.
Hello, this is a collect call from Washington County Jail for inmate Nick Mastrud. Say yes if you would like to accept.
Yes.
Is this Ryan?
Yes.
Dude, Ryan, what's going on, man?
I'm here, man.
Oh, no, dude. I got in some trouble here, man.
Yeah, it sounded like a collect call from a jail.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
trying to decide if you're serious or if you're pulling my leg.
No, dude. I got mixed up with some stuff, man. Seriously a $500 bail right now, or I have to sit here for I don't know how long.
Yeah, man. How can I help?
We're just messing with you, dude.
Sorry, Ryan.
Gosh.
Hello, this is a collect call from Washington County Jail for inmate Nicholas Mastrud. Say yes if you would like to accept. collect call from Washington County Jail for inmate Nicholas Mastrud. Say yes if you would like to accept.
Yes?
Hello? Is this Keithan?
Yeah.
Hey bro, what's going on?
Hey, man.
Dude, sorry to call you like this. I did some stuff, I don't want to talk about it, but could you help me out, bro?
Dude, is this a prank call?
Yes,
That was so funny. I've been cracking up all week thinking about prank calling those guys. They've got hearts of gold.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they fell into that way too hard.
They're good sports about it. I feel bad. We're crying wolf way too much. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us someday. But Luke, what are we doing in this next segment?
Hey, so we see these online all the time, otherwise known as trick shots. Really, trick shots for us are just a part of everyday life. As we're walking through life, we're always doing trick shots. And so just so you know, any of these trick shots that are coming up, they were one-take wonders. We never really have to take multiple takes or anything like that.
No.
We also had some students send in some trick shots, and we had one mega trick shot that we pursued.
Yeah, we were thinking, what is the most epic trick shot we could possibly do? And we were like, what if we somehow sent Luke sailing through the air into a kiddie pool?
So we bought a cannon.
Yeah, we bought a cannon, we brought some C4, well, actually, what you're gonna see is, let's just go ahead and let it roll, and you'll see it at the end.
Luke, you forgot your bag.
Oh, dude, I forgot my keys.
Oh, here, dude.
All right, what's up, crew? We're gonna be doing a slip and slide jump. Me and Nick are living Phineas and Ferb style. We decided, what are we gonna do today? We thought we're gonna make a massive jump. So here we go.
Buying up some real estate, and you know when it's good, 'cause it goes so fast. I guess everybody's looking for a high that
Not good.
Oh!
Oh, dude, you overshot it.
Ice flew over it?
Yes.
Dude, I'm so lucky I was wearing this helmet.
Dude, did you hit your head?
Really hard.
Let's go!
Oh my gosh!
Hey! Hey, holy smokes, that was crazy. It looks like you got a little bit of a whiplash stuff going on. Tell us a little bit about what that experience was like.
Well, it starts off pretty good. You're headed down the ramp, there's wind in your hair, water on a nice cool hot day, and the next thing you know, you're flying off of a jump, a little kicker that's about 5 pavers high, straight onto grass, which feels like straight onto concrete, snapping my neck in half for the sake of the youth.
Yeah. We do it because we love you guys, right?
We do it all for you guys, and I must say, once I finally landed in that pool, it was a moment of glory. Like, I felt like Eddie the Eagle soaring off of that thing straight into a pool. It was pretty boss. I'm amazed that we made that. It was right after I smashed my head that the next one I was like, this is the last one, and I made it. Unfortunately, that pool is razor sharp.
Yeah.
So I got some wounds.
Got him good. Battle wound, he was walking a little bit crooked.
Yeah. So anyway, once again, we said this about the prank calls. Don't try it at home. We'll say it about the slip and slide jump. Don't try it at home.
But if you would do it, go ahead and throw in the chat like I'd totally do that. Okay, we want to hear from you.
So in this next segment, we're gonna be really leaning in. I know that this evening has been full of a ton of fun stuff, hilarious things, but we're just gonna take a moment to really dial down and focus our hearts on what God might have to say to us. We used a phone screen for a creative moment of reflection where we believe that the Spirit can meet us in this place, even in the midst of having a lot of fun. And specifically, if you've never heard the gospel, you've never maybe accepted the Lord into your life, this next segment may be just a time where He's trying to speak to you.
Yeah, and I think that in kind of a landscape or a world setting right now where it seems like there's just tons of bad news, like bad news after bad news after bad news. Gospel literally means good news, and I think that the good news of the gospel shines even brighter with the landscape of bad news. So may this just be a refreshing moment of like, yes, God is flooding our lives with the good news of the gospel in this season, even in the midst of some horrible news. May we be reminded of the good news that Jesus brings into our lives tonight.
In the beginning, God created the world. Everything was dark and empty. Then God spoke creation into existence. God said, "Let there be," and there was light. This went on for days. God powered the world. He created everything: oceans, land, plants, animals, you name it, and He created it. And everything He created was connected to Him. God designed man and woman and pieced them together to reflect His image. The Bible says God breathed life into them. It's like God charged up humanity, and we all move along with purpose and meaning and are filled with God's power, joy, and love. God's children lived in the light. They believed in the power of the Father. They obeyed and loved the source of that power. God created everything to fill His beautiful world, and when He was done, He rested. God blessed the seventh day and made it holy. He rested and enjoyed all that He had created. This is how the world worked. God created, and the world celebrated. We were connected to God. We shared everything with God, and He kept us charged with His power. Until one day when darkness tempted the children of God. They began to deny the power of the Father. They decided that they didn't need God's power to keep them charged. They sought to do whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted. They disconnected themselves from the source. They rebelled, and from that moment on, man and woman were disconnected from God. They stopped listening to God, and the world dimmed. That's what's wrong with the entire world. People don't have God's power inside of them. People rebel and seek purpose anywhere but in God. They choose to remain in darkness because they want to do things their own way. Stuck, broken, meaningless. Locked in an empty life, the separation continued. God longed to reconnect with his children. So God sent his son, Jesus, to guide the world back to him. Jesus came to light the world, to connect the world back to the source and show us all our purpose again. Jesus shared the good news of his good Father. Jesus spoke and the word got out. Jesus was filling God's children back up. But humans still didn't want him to tell them how to live, how to love, or to be told what their purpose was. So they took Jesus and they killed him. They tortured him, they beat him, and hammered nails through his hands and feet. And Jesus died. The Bible says when Jesus died, darkness came over the whole land. The sun stopped shining. The light of the world died. And mankind was disconnected from the source. The world lived in darkness. Days passed and hope seemed lost. You see, they tried to break Jesus, to stop the light. But they couldn't. 3 days later, Jesus rose from the dead. Jesus was alive. Life defeated death. Humanity was no longer bound by their darkness, rebellion, and sin. Word got out that Jesus had risen from the dead. People were sharing the good news of their risen Savior, and people began to believe in the power of their Father. The life and death of Jesus freed the world and freed God's children from lives of emptiness. Humanity was connected to the true source of power again. Believers began to grow. The story of God provides light and truth to the world. God fills his people with his power. People like you and people like me. Men and women being filled with the power of God. Children believing in their Father. Do you see yourself in this story? Do you believe that our Father's love is greater than our fears and questions?
Hey, this is a season of transition. We just want to say, for those of you that don't know, we have 6th graders moving up into middle school, and we're super stoked for you guys to be able to join us. Historically, middle school is some of people's worst time in life. They look back and it's like, if you could go back to any season, what would it be? Some people might say college, some might say high school. Rarely do people say, I want to go back to middle school. But our hope for you guys as you jump into this next season is that would not be your story. That through being involved in youth and being involved in a loving community, that one day you get older and you would say, man, I wouldn't mind going back to middle school. That's where I had a huge time of transformation and growth. That's where my friends, some of my best friends for life were met. That's our hope and our goal for you guys.
Yeah. And to those of you who are moving from 8th grade into 9th grade, man, freshman year, that's such a big milestone in your lives. We just want to say, as Cedar Mill High School, welcome to the family. We have your back. We love freshmen because, well, we've all been there. There's like this stigma of like, oh, they're just freshmen. We don't have that at Cedar Mill Youth. We love freshmen. We know what it's like to be in that place. So man, if you are in Cedar Mill Middle School or High School, just go ahead and shout out the 6th graders and the freshmen right now. Welcome. We're so excited to have you, and we can't wait to see what the remainder of this year has in store for Cedar Mill Youth.
We are in our student award segment, and we are so stoked about the awards that we're handing out tonight. I want to begin with this award, most likely to grow up and be a youth small group leader. This award goes out to my boy, Theo. He jumped on each week in Alpha, and he led our middle school Alpha group like a boss. Thank you, Theo, for being so committed to our Alpha group.
Yeah, way to crush it. This next award goes to the person who is most likely to go viral on Instagram, and that goes to none other than our boy, Isaac Thomas. He's been crushing it on there. He has the funniest videos. We'll go ahead and play one right now.
I was having a lot of trouble sleeping last night, so I decided to try and write my own song. I hadn't ever done this. This is like a new thing to me. So I decided to try and write one. It really struck me emotionally. I think it was a great experience. Might try it again. But I just wanted to test it out to see if you guys like it and if I should continue this. So, yeah. Alright, perfect. Alright, let's see.
But he is such a boss. He's been crushing at that. Watch his videos. Good work, and congratulations on graduating, Isaac. We're super proud of you, man.
The next award goes most likely to have a birthday. This award goes to a group of people, and you guessed it, it's the 7th grade girls. Yeah. These guys, I know they're a group of like 15 people, but I swear they've had 20 birthdays. Yeah. Always doing those parking lot, like driveway gatherings, celebrating B-days. I don't know how many you guys had, but way to go, way to be born. You guys crushed it. Also want to give an award out while I'm speaking about this group. Want to give out most likely to bring a snack to small group award, and that goes to our very own Kylie. Kylie, way to bring a snack to small group. Way to snack it up.
Yeah, boom. And this next award goes to the person who is most likely to take over the world during quarantine. So this award goes to, drum roll, let's do it, to Nate Robinson. So Nate, if you guys don't know him, he works at Chick-fil-A, so he's like dispersing all these chicken nuggets to the world, right? And then when he gets home, you think that he would like crash, he would sleep because he's had a long day. No, he actually has been putting together his own computer. He built his own computer in the evening. So usually we're in Zoom chat and we're like, dude, what are you doing? And he's over there like soldering stuff, and he's like, so he's taking over the world right now. So Chick-fil-A, building computers, he's a boss. Nate Robinson, good work, man.
Our next award is most likely to grow up and win Jeopardy award. And this award goes to you, Silas. Way to hop on Lunchroom every week. When we run trivia, just so the rest of you guys know, Silas knows like all the most random facts. He knows pretty much anything there is to know about trivia. So way to have a huge brain and memorize facts, Silas. You're the man.
For real. If you have a question for Silas right now, go ahead and put it in the chat and he'll go ahead and respond to that.
Immediately. He's quick like lightning.
Yeah. So anyways, thank you for joining us. Award for the award section. We love you guys.
What's up, you guys? We are here. We're gonna be pranking Dave today. Tell him what's happening, Nick.
Yeah, so basically we have some glass here, Dave is down at the studio filming for this Sunday service. So his car is there. We figured he's already kind of paranoid about his car being broken into because it's been broken into so many times. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna move his car. Thank you, Amy, Skylar, PJ, helping us out. Got his spare key. We're gonna move his car. We're gonna go ahead and spread a little bit of this glass down on the ground where his car was parked and maybe put a couple of the items from his car there so that when he walks out of the studio, he's a little bit confused about where his car might be. So
hopefully he buys it. Hopefully,
yeah.
We already have been doing some prank calls this week, so hopefully he's not onto the pranks.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Hopefully he falls for it. We have the security camera rolling, and we're gonna try to get some footage on here. But stay tuned, it's gonna be awesome. Miss you guys. Enjoy.
All right, what's up, guys? We decided to add another element. We're gonna smash glass. And then I'm gonna hop in the car and drive away as soon as there's a break in recording.
Let's go.
What's up, guys? We are getting super close. They're just wrapping up. I'm gonna hop in here. He's gonna smash the window, and Nick's gonna run and film. Get ready, this is gonna be legit. Let's go. Pastor Dave, you're in for a good one.
A few minutes later.
Where's your car?
Yeah, where is your car?
No, somebody stole your car.
It was right here. Wait, I just saw. I heard somebody.
Yeah, that's my window that's smashed out.
Shut up.
Someone just stole your car? No.
Well, we have cameras, so what's up?
Are you serious right now?
No way. No, for sure.
This is a total
I
prank.
heard it. No
This is
way.
a total. Where are Nick and Luke? This is a total
Totally.
prank.
Because that's not your car glass.
That is
That's our
hilarious.
car.
They put the mints container down and everything. That's legit because I literally, for like about 30 seconds, thought, holy crap, someone stole my car.
I was about to say. How do you know that you didn't see your car?
We're talking about racism and people are playing practical jokes.
I was about to say, look, I was literally waiting there the whole time. And you're like, are they wrapping up? And I'm like, nope. Like, we have texting.
Where are they? Is it Nick and Luke?
And we're like, I don't have your keys.
That is amazing. I was literally thinking to myself, like,
I actually thought that your car got stolen. I was like,
You guys are.
dude, that is the best. You got me for like 30 seconds.
I got the funniest.
Why are you doing this?
We're like,
You said no! That's pretty good. That's really legit.
you got pumped.
We got our cameras here.
I was like, now what in the car?
That's pretty
I'll
funny.
show you guys the video.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us tonight for Youth at Night. We hope that you were blessed, that you were encouraged and also had a blast. If this is your very first time ever being with us, then we ask that you click the link below in the description so that we can gather your contact info and keep you informed and plugged in.
Yeah. Also, we just want to let you know that this Youth at Night, we're going to do every so often, but it's not our typical rhythm. So we typically have worship and teaching and whatnot, but every so often we like to make it fun, lighthearted, so you can be expecting that in the future. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to wait until 7:45 and then jump into our Zoom small groups to just hang out, to converse a little bit. So if you don't have that information, you can go ahead and find that in the weekly email, or you can DM us on Instagram, and we'd love to get you the information for that. Thanks again for joining us for week 2 of Youth at Night. Have a great rest of your night. We love you guys. We'll see you soon.
I'm still sleeping, so I